This is a food YouTuber exploring Johnston Canyon and Peyto Lake, so let's go. So it looks like this is the entrance to Johnston's Canyon. Okay, so right over here is the map of Johnston Canyon. Lower Falls, Upper Falls. I think we're gonna do both of them, as you can see right here. Oh, looks like we'll head streets to the top there. Let's go. This is a nice view of what I believe to be is the Bow River. Yo, if you dropped in that, yo, it's dangerous. A little bit of areas for tourism, how far it is to get to each place. Some information, view down there. Currently at one of the pit stops for Johnston Canyon. Supposedly it's, you see right there, Stella Falls, one of the 7 falls in Johnston Canyon. I'll bring you guys over there to see what it kind of looks like. I don't even know exactly where it is, but I'll try to keep shots still, but I guess it's around here. The bridge in itself is just supported by the edge of the mountain, so we're really walking from this tall. It's so sketchy. Taking a peep over here, it looks like that's Stella Falls. I hope you guys can hear me. It's quite loud, but that is pretty nice. This whole area is really, really aesthetic. Obviously, this entire trail is man-made, but it's so cool. No wonder this is so popular. This is pretty neat. It just stops randomly already, so it looks like we're heading towards the Lower Falls. But when the Disney World / Canada's Wonderland is going on here, you gotta like line up to get in. So it looks like that over there is the Lower Falls, but there's like a lineup. That's crazy. A little bit of an inward view before going close to the falls. I hope I don't destroy my mic, but it's so wet. The water's crazy from up here. So the good thing the DJI Action 5 Pro is waterproof, so I had that, but otherwise, yeah, I had to take the DJI Mic Mini away because it was so wet in there. So nuts, but really cool. Right now we're en route to the Upper Falls. You can see a higher vantage point of the lower one from here. When you're up close over there, it's so wet. So yeah. This one standalone tree looks like Attack on Titan low-key. Up here's another falls right there. Really cool stuff for sure. Check out the view for that one. Camera doesn't necessarily do its justice, but mountains, kind of the river, and waterfall right over there. There's a specific area over here that's apparently closed or something. I'm not sure why, but I guess things happen, you know. There's quite a view over here of this fall, the name of which I don't know, but very, very nice. Alrighty, so it looks like down over there is final destination of the Upper Falls. Upper Falls, sort of a sideways view of the whole area. A little more additional sort of views here. Nice. Holy smokes. So in the B-roll right now, you'll see a few clips of the Upper Falls. But yeah, you'll see that right now. It was really nice, everything was. That didn't really make sense, but we're headed to another lookout point now. Okay, so right over here, I believe it is the Upper Falls Johnston Canyon viewpoint. We were in the bottom before. Now we're heading towards the viewpoint. So we'll go there now. Very flippin' nice. This is crazy. Whoa, this is so nice. Holy crap. Whoa, there's even a rainbow. It looks better in real life. This is nuts. Camera doesn't even do its justice. So nice from up here. Yeah, but yeah, again, I think it actually looks way nicer up here versus down over there. Crazy. So the Lower Falls, the Upper Falls, and the Upper Falls viewpoints were all incredibly beautiful. I would recommend if you guys do decide to make this trip. I don't know if there's more to this place. That's something we're gonna figure out. But so far, everything's ridiculously nice. So status update. We're gonna head out to the Ink Pot, I believe it's called. And we'll see what's there, and then we'll probably circle back to the parking lot. Slight detour over here, but we'll get things done. That looks like an alligator, but we have ways to go. In perspective, we are truly high up. That's totally crazy for sure. I don't know if you could see me with the lighting, but still. Something tells me we're getting a little closer. You see a nice viewpoints of the river and all that. Super nice. Alrighty, so it looks like the surrounding area over here is the end, and it's also called Ink Pot, so we'll take a look around and check a few things out. Yeah, so here are some views of Ink Pot, and for what it's worth, wow, it's actually really, really nice. The water is a lot bluer than I actually expected it to be, and in a sense, that's really good news. And even look at this viewpoint right over here. This is absolutely breathtakingly nice. Okay, excuse me if the camera is gonna move very quickly, but here's one section, nice and slowly move over here as well. Super nice. And slowly moving here. This is sort of the main area, Ink Pot, and just some more stuff over there too. That was quite a hike. I think it was around like 5 to 6 kilometers. So I think we're gonna grab a bite to eat and refuel. I believe if you just keep going that way, sort of this way, each way, there's an additional trail going to other places, but I can't be asked. There's no way I'm doing that. But yeah, looks like there is also another pond here too as well. All in all, everything is so dang cool. Nice. Alrighty, so after a bit of refueling, what felt like kind of a while of a hike, so to speak, let me put the mic closer. We're now in the ink pot, and I'd say it's definitely worth the trip for sure. Let's just take a look. This water looks so clear and so flippin' nice, and it's almost to the point where I really want to take a swim in it. It's probably not a good idea, but it's just so tempting. It just looks so dang clear, and it's so nice. And on top of that as well, on the same clip, more additional ponds and such. This one too, and a ridiculously endless nice view of the mountains. So nice. Not entirely sure if there's anything else too to see, but if someone knows what that brown sort of stuff is, you can let me know if actually someone sees and comments. An additional lake over there, and then on top of that, I hope it's not too much camera movement, but yeah, just a gloriously wonderful view and an epic mountaintop right over there. And I want to try something out actually. There's a river on the very end over there. Let's see if I can get to that. Now, I don't know how clear the shot is going to be. I have no visual on it, but yeah, there's a river all the way over there. Looks pretty cool. I'll bring you guys back down. But yeah, overall pretty sick stuff for sure. I didn't walk here before, but there's like a additional view of the river there. That's so cool. Additional views of the river. So nice. Alrighty, I'm gonna utilize the Action camera for its Action camera like features. There's a little bit of, if you can see over there, the sand's pushing up the water, therefore creating this little pond here. We'll try to get as close as possible. Hopefully the camera's okay. Here goes nothing. There's more movement in here, so let's go in now. By the way, I know the camera is gonna be fine, but there's something so weird about putting a camera inside water. I don't know if it's just me, but yeah. Alrighty, so we're at the tail end of the Johnston Canyon entire hike, by the way. In terms of next plans, we're going to see, and then you'll be able to see that right now. Alrighty, so we just arrived at Peyto Lake, and then we're gonna head on over to the notorious view. So I have been here once before, and I think it was around like sort of the springtime, but this time it's in June in the summer, so I'm very looking forward to it, and I'll show you guys shortly, and it's worth the hike. Okay, so we have arrived at Peyto Lake. I have been here before, but even then, it's so flippin' nice. Yeah, but seriously though, this view is crazy. Holy. So the lake starts over here, going very slowly across, continues all the way there. So nice. Yeah, so if you didn't or didn't know, you can sneak kind of over through here. Once you arrive here, it's hard to see me. Walk a bit more and wait for it. You see an even better view of Peyto Lake. Frankly, if you wanted to, you could probably arguably walk down that path, but I think you can understand the scale of how far everything is, and that's a whole day kind of thing, and not maybe something that you should do sort of casually. It should be more of a hiking thing for sure. It'll take a long time. Coming here for the second time, it's still ridiculously nice, and let me put some context for you, by the way. Like, being able to go all the way over down there, that would literally take so long, and to be able to see that instantaneously in seconds is nuts. If you didn't know as well, there's like a whole other section to it here. So yeah, the more you know for sure. Yeah, so as you can see, we're back in the Peyto parking lot. I just went over to switch my shoes, and I would assume we're heading to the boat lake, and then afterwards we will go to most likely the town of Banff or Banffstown. And yeah, a bit of an updated status. We arrived in the town of Banff, and then right afterwards we're approaching Ramen Arashi, which is a ramen shop downtown here in that town of Banff. We'll go ahead and eat and sort of go from there. Long story short, we returned back to our apartment here, and with that being said, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Leave a like, comment, and subscribe, and peace.